Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sicily series here on the Lord Master channel. And as you know, this video was posted on Christmas Day again, which is in part of, well, me being generous that I posted episodes 3, 4, and 5 of Sicily all on Christmas Day, which is to make up for, you know, all the lost time and and among other things, because, you know, like there will be an episode 6 on Friday for this week, as I posted on this late part of December. But anyways, in the previous episode, the Sicilian frontier struggle is over for now, until restarted. The struggle ended 2 years ago on 882, so it's not until around 892 AD is when the struggle will be restarted, which it can be restarted by two ways. Either someone from the outside that begins the occupation, which the capital is not in Sicily, and has to be 10 years since. And also, one of these must be true. It's either illustrious or someone's of the empire. So, meaning if they want to, Byzantium could be the one to start that, as they do have 4 counties in the realm of Sicily. Well, it's a lot more than that. And of the realm size, which I don't think they have the realm size for that, so that won't happen. So revitalize Sicilian frontier will likely be done by me, because I have all the requirements. And Sawdan is expected to be around when he turns 62 or so. He'll be around when this occurs. But I tell you, he's done plenty of things in his life. But the one thing he hasn't really been doing is, like, ever since he picked up that architect lifestyle trait, he hasn't really done much in the way of building buildings. So, for the next 8 years, we should focus on that. Plus, you probably already noticed we're not making as much income as we used to. That's because of the domain limit penalty. We gotta reduce that. First, help me manage the domain, which increases by 2, and I need to give away to one of the counties. I'm thinking. Like, who should I give the county away to? Especially those that have low control, where I can't watch over everything. Control, control, control. It would make the most sense to give away Potenza. So I want you to grant it to someone who is most loyal to me. How long have you been around? 49, so he's been around since the beginning. And he is quite a capable fighter himself. We do need someone to find Marshal, because if I wanted somebody who is to lead our troops to victory, well, he'll be the man for that. Open terrain expert, not just. You've been with me through thick and thin. So I will grant you land. You will have Potenza. So this will increase a slight cultural excess between us and the Longobards. So he'll be the vassal, and he'll take care of this unruly county there. So he'll be a vassal of ours. And that means another taxpayer. So off you pop. But he's taking a route to strategy. He'll still be my steward. Not to mention powerful vassal. So we'll be making a fortune, but it can be improved upon, because in the near term, the focus for this episode is to get Salerno back under control, which is going to take a while. We have the Seneschal, Internal Affairs focus, have the Crown Pack, increase control, and have updated Greek bureaucratic records to help get things more in control. But the problem with that is the increased autonomy, which is not expected to expire until 6 years. Not to mention that Salerno is expected to be the possible future capital of the Emirate of Salerno, if I were to have more sons. You don't belong to anyone. I was just thinking about, is there anyone that's older that needs to be divorced? I don't wish to divorce you unless I find someone with better stewardship. 12 versus 13. Because at this point, stewardship, domain management is a priority. If I wish to have more children. Because I would like to have another son. Because there's no guarantee of what our future would look like. But in the near term, so frozen. We're starting to, have men that are not so good at fighting. And also we have this Serbian warrior woman with us. Even though she's of a low born, doesn't have genetic traits, which would give me some. Okay, well, son. You should marry someone for once, because you have served me well for a good long while. I want you to look for someone with genetic traits, because we need them circulating around here. That's something we should be doing. Start marrying off to people who have genetic traits to bring to the court, so that way the children in the court may have heritable traits, and then children get inherited. You get the idea. That's something that I've long thought of. Again, you're marrying united, you're marrying united. It works for the both of you. So. Club-footed and heritable, we want that. Not landed. Three. Lowborn, you ain't. And by the way, since she's of my court, needs to be married matrilineally, so we could bring that guy over here, so he could settle with us. That is the idea. Again, that whole process may take a while. It's just I'm only doing it for those with the heritable traits or Or the sun. And I would like to have another wife of an heritable trait as well. Willing to spend legitimacy and prestige for that. But in the meantime, I have this very high prowess now because I've been training hard for this. And so I thought, well, let's hold another tournament. A gold discount due to university, which depends on certain activities. Like say, if you're gonna hold a board game or a recital contest, Salerno is the place. But instead it'll be held here in our capital again. Not to mention suitable terrain. Archery, of course. Reduce it. Can't afford it. First things first. I recall we have someone in prison that... Yeah, you're still there. Ransom for 3 gold, that's it. And don't you know, you have the ability to demand payment for hooks. And I don't think I have hooks on anyone. So we can demand payment. Just give me the damn money. Every little bit helps. That's something that the spy master should be doing. Even though I'd rather have a better one, because I thought, well, at least it's someone better. I want you to go looking for secrets over in Benevento, yes. Which is now, we consider it as an enemy to us. That is a threat to our interests. So that's what we should be doing. Demand payment. Do that many times. See? He'll be coming over here. Because I'm not sending her away. And plus, if she were to have children of her own, it'll be of Serbian Orthodox culture. Yeah, she'll be coming over. You'll get well soon. Is the... No, never mind. I was thinking of something else entirely. Wait for it. Okay, let's do it again. Hold the archery contest. And gonna have to reduce the prizes. So it'll be a common rarity. I'm just only doing it because we're here for the love of sport, and the balls on offer are just an excuse. Certain negative effects are more likely to fire. What matters more, the skills on display or the place you display them? I'm only using it as a platform for me to win one more archery contest. That's my idea. And the modifier of training hard doesn't expire until June, so get it while you can. take a lot of preparation to do this. Claimant war still ongoing. I'm gonna go to the artisan's quarters for once. I've played through this. These arrows and piled bowstrings. I come upon a neat stack of particularly fine leather vambraces. Sliding one of them to my forearm, the stiffened hide protects the inside of my arm. There are the finest bracers, my lord. 10,000 lashes of bowstring won't wear through these. That senses a potential sale. She slides or so to my side. How much? 40 gold. Perhaps we could strike a deal. 99% chance that I successfully haggle and get myself a fine bracer, which is permanent. Had I known about it earlier, we're fine. I caught these two hiding in a pantry. A very irie cook shot me dragging my daughter Asnet and Mukhtar until they stole a whole keg of wine. Asnet sat there as Mukhtar drank himself to near oblivion. He says angrily. Seems that my ward protected her partner in crime, keeping a lookout while abstaining from any drink herself. You are becoming like me, so I'll say it was very good of you to abstain from the drink. Stop, damn it! As I prepare my upcoming match, I spot Emir Kenwell Mali, hailing me, waving a handkerchief around, offering me her favor. Before I could respond, Emir Soraya of Mali appears, holding a handkerchief out for me, insisted I take a favor instead. Oh, great, either of my wives. I'll say, Emir Soraya, how generous. Oh, actually, no, I will take it, Emir Kenwa. Because this particular favor increases a bit of fertility and renown. Very fine linen scarf, decorated with inspirational quotes. Give it to Emir Sawdan, my admirer. As I push aside his seats to lay down, I find a little scroll resting on my bolster. Someone has entered my chambers unnoticed. A chill runs down my spine as I carefully unroll the thick parchment. My bonny Lionheart, lord of my heart, I can keep my feelings a secret no longer. From this day on, I will do everything in my power to prove my loyal affections. We will see each other soon. Until then, dream of me, my love, eternally yours. You flatter me, my lady. What's going on out there? A tyranny war. You're a diplomatic man. I don't know why they should get rid of you. I'll join the war. The blaring of horns has reached me even here at Bari, as I'm in the midst of wholesale Grand Tournament has declared war against me. You mean, Watermelon? Much planning has gone to preparing to host this Grand Tournament, and I'm loath to send my guests home. The importance of this conflict should not be underestimated, however. Perhaps it would be best to focus all my efforts to prepare for this war. I can manage things from here. Someone should take charge of this. Because not me. Someone else has got to do it. I'm hosting this here tournament. A small crowd has gathered around a bashfully orienting Daniel. They say we listen to him. Your own skill only takes you so far in the tournament. He narrows his eyes and seems to be listening intently. Your own skill only takes far too many. Narrows his eyes considerations. Those poachers decided fate. Let me tell you, when I became friends with Duke Arethas of the Pathfinders of Saint Matthias. That is an adventurer, scholars. He's here. An adventurer. Of Caesarea. Oh, a Greek adventurer. They're scholars. And Daniel debuted. Yeah, I can tell. So you're friends of him. So this man, he's a historical character. Arethas of Caesarea was a 10th century archbishop, scholar, and prominent collector of ancient Greek manuscripts. Serving as the Archbishop of Caesarea in Cappadocia, Arethas made significant contributions to the intellectual and cultural life of Byzantium, ensuring the survival of classical knowledge that would later influence the Renaissance. Apparently, it burned his stake once. I was about to say he's killed a man before, but wow. Well, I'm gonna pin you. It's the first time I've seen someone, at least in my general vicinity. Hang on. Anyways. So I'll say this will help me in the upcoming contest. Ready for war. Head to Palermo. Spartanos no more. That was in Napoli, which is now currently ran by the those people at Benevento. Wants all of Napoli because they want to show that they're the dominant force of the northern half of southern Italy, and we fear that Salerno might be next. Hey, no valid characters could be found. So where do you come from? At that time, he was in Monevencia. His camp is based there. It's more into theology. One more time before we continue. His friends are Daniel the Bearded, and it's got a few followers with him. Well, Daniel the Bearded is one of the friends and companions of these Pathfinders of St. Matthias. The enemy capital is over there, but we'll be stationed at Palermo first. Yeah, guess just arrived. Right. I'll have to place a bet. Someone's close to me in skill. This is no way to win. I'll bet on myself. The banners floated and roll around as I step up, take my shot, battered by the wind. Dust swirl past me as I knock an arrow to the bow, the soundwards making my eyes water. I wait for it to subside. I continue waiting. I don't think it was going to stop. Maybe if I shoot across the wind, 100% chance that I hit the target. Increase the score moderately and gain more experience of the bow. Because I would like to get it up to there for additional health boost. Gotcha. Almost there. Dust begins to draw in slowly but steadily as the competition continues. The snapping of strings in the staccato rhythm. I lean on my bow, considering half this contest taken so far, such as when the wind began to blow strongly, forcing me to improvise. Competition begins to draw to a close as arrows continue to fly into and past the butts. If I'm to make any impact on the procedure, I must act now. The prowess expired, which can be no good to nobody if I attempt to do something here. 44. But this win, this trajectory, so 59% chance that the score increases moderately. 16-0, 24 decrease. Let's see how this goes. As I draw the string to my chin, I feel the faintest tremor in my arm, or at least in panic, but the damage is done. The arrow flies wildly, wavering there before whistling right past the target. The crowd groaned, and I put my head in my hands. I'm winning. Victory is so close, only a few more arrows reach great ends at hand. But it says otherwise. That I increased the... And I somehow win again. I am an ace archer. So after many trials and tribulations, Bavalas and Cherry Sphere got to show final three. In the third place, the Gutsy Ambrogio. Coming in close second, Zupan Pervoslav. And of course it is our victor, Emir Sawdan. Once again. Won the wager and made some gold back. I actually won the damn thing again. Drinks are on us. The gloom of the tavern is offset by the crackling of the fire and the ongoing revelry of the crowds. I slip past two particularly rowdy drunks sitting near my table, empty apart from one figure. A fine night, is it not? Nicola just stares at the ragged crowd and not politely. When I'm barely finished turning my head to its position as Nicola whisks a set of dice and cups on the table. Care for a simple game? A fool can play it. We both roll under the cups, and you guess whether your roll is higher or lower than mine. Smiles. Gambler's going to say. Best 2 out of 3. Nicola the Zaglumian, who is Zupan Pervoslav's voivoda. Pass the dice here. Dice rattles and bounce inside the cups before we slammed under the table. Raise the side of the cup closest to me, covering the contents. 6. I scan Nicola closely, looking for tells. Nicola's hands quiver slightly, and I open my mouth triumphantly, but his eyes have something of a twinkle in them. Was the tremor a tell? Or the eyes? Is any of this useful? I'll say that my roll's higher. Reveal our dice takes this for both of us to register that I had won. Ah, well guessed. The first round is yours. Nicholas' lips smile, but doesn't quite reach his eyes. Next round. The dice rattle the cup once more. I raise the side of my cup close to me. Small etchings on the dial reveal the number 3. The rest come on the back of the table and look up. Nicholas' eyes dart around the room looking for anywhere but mine. His arm quakes somewhat as he raises the cup. Can't be sure if it's pretend or not. Higher, I think. We reveal our dice simultaneously, but it's immediately compared to the third round will be required. We grab our cups and dice for the final winner takes all round. I raise the side of my cup closest to me. The small etchings on the dice reveal the number 16. I rest the cup back at the table and look up. Nicola tries staring straight at me, but his ways give waivers. Gaze waivers. The quivering lip betrays something. What could it be? Well, I believe my rolls are, because that, if I try that, that'll be way off. The cups come for the final time, and a small crowd is gathered around us side to lead to that. I lost. Nicola crawls delightedly as he grabs the purses for rage. Better luck next time, he cackles gleefully, scuttling away with armfuls of money. I lay back in my chair, deflated. Oh. I'll say drat. Dice gambler. Gain a bit of stress no matter which option I pick. You got me. My sickly daughter. Come on. Rest in peace, little Kenwa. The sun comes down on the final day of tournament. Just found myself ruining over. I had the finest aim of any in the archery contest. So I got the prize bow, which is not like the old bow I had when I used to have during our travels to Mecca. So it's a very fine ash self bow, strung with horsehair. It's useful for both hunting and war. Offered and claimed by Emir Sawdan as the prize in his archery contest. Not remarkable, but it's +1 martial, +2% night effectiveness, +1 advantage in plane. So it's a basic bow. Very fine, it says. So at least I have my personal weapon. But hey, it does stack with the health boost. 89. I think the best way to try to increase the bow skill a little more is to go hunting. Go hunt some animal, even if there is nothing out there that's been discovered. And in turn may gain a hunter trait for that. I could go hunt out these here forests. Look, I'm not doing it right now, I'm just looking at it as an example of how much that average hunt would cost. 66. But if I wanted to actually hunt for an animal, 91. And plus, lowered the cost. Yeah, I'll take consideration of that. Well, meanwhile, you men take care of the rebellion. We should engage these forces down there. Now we have inspection. Increased domain taxes, minor landowner vassal tax contribution goes up, and I gain access to the inspection activity. Now what I want is get this perk as well, because I'm not going to become inspector all the way, despite the great benefits it'll have. +1 domain limit. You tempt me, but if I was a younger man who loves to travel, this would be a definite thing to go for. So instead, my idea now is, within who knows how long, get Snowstone Unturned. Gain development and control in owned counties when hosting activities in them, like a feast or a hunt. And I should switch to learning and go for medicine focus. I wanted to be around as long as possible to not only two things: restart the struggle and want to have more children. Oh, it's already over. Okay, good. Now we can start making some real fortune. Now, how much does it cost for an inspection? cheaper. Now, an inspection is to ensure your realm is ran by competent bootlickers through thorough inspection. The anticipated rewards are claims, offer vassalization acceptance, taxes, development and control, or levies, opinion, and popular opinion. So perform a thorough inspection of your lands to ensure your realm is a well-running machine, and look for opportunities to improve upon the current bureaucracy and situation. So, border county with very low county control. Funding, skill challenges have a hard time succeeding. Adequate funding, skill challenges a higher success, and gold cost events reduced. Significant funding, skill challenges the activity a significantly higher chance of success. So, taking no travel options, so we can wait a couple months. Alright. We'll do the inspection of Salerno in a couple months. Even at my old age with lowered prowess, I still managed to win that archery contest. What the? You got typhus. Is there a typhus outbreak, or you just happen to get it? There was no indication of a typhus outbreak anywhere. Our alliance is broken. And Napoli has been taken over. That's another thing we ought to do in future. When we get the struggle back, we need to launch an expeditionary war against Benevento to get Napoli, all of it. Maybe perhaps call in a friend from North Africa to bring them over here. Maybe. Because I'm starting to become a bit wary of Benevento, as it's still ruled by Atticus, which is because he's been expansive lately. Although he'll be willing to usurp that title off of him. So whenever he passes, Rome will no doubt be partitioned. All for this, my man. Merriman's uncovered a secret held by Scoras. The way he seeks pleasure is revolting for any man to even think of, yet he's not really willing but eager. Feels so natural sickening. No, it is unnatural sickening, an offense against Allah. Fetch me a bucket before I... Alright. I know things about you, so... Remember, blackmailing is kind of just, but we need the money. Just breaking the rules once. And pay up. And I can pay you again and again. We're just raising money so we can go out and do an inspection on Salerno. Keep at it. And of course, gotta construct another building and yeah. Kamada, you got it. Should probably build a militia camp, says you have a habit of doing archery contests. But please remember, what you should also be doing is, well, after inspection, go hunting. Improve your health by, you know, by getting your bow skill all the way through hunting. Unless you get lucky and you see another archery contest out there in the world. Excellent. Father, that sounds lowly thief. I asked my son in Mukhtar what he thought. He claimed that he had learned a lesson about not reaching for more than one can handle. Overreaching can be terribly dangerous. And by the way, save up some more gold because some of that gold might be spent during inspection. Going to there is one thing, but spending on whatever events may pop up that's required is another. Today, a self-styled poet has presented me the desiring to write a large compendium of poems exalting my dynasty's feats over time. This work, if properly done, will increase by a significant amount of renown of my dynasty and will be looked upon by envy by everyone else. That is, the promise of this thing on us at least. Huh! You can't afford it. I am not the patron of arts, unfortunately, so renown goes down. We'll begin inspection in April. I've given myself to April. April 1st. Alright, let's begin the inspection. To Salerno. With significant funding. So gold cost events will be reduced by 40%. So with a large sum of gold, you cannot imagine there will be anything for you you will struggle to finance in the province. And I want to do it with a reduced travel options. Anything that gives us no cost? No. Well, if it gets dangerous, you know who's to blame. That is unless, also, this is the Overseer tent and Surveyor tent, there's differences. So, Survey tent, that's transfer additional bonuses for the capital, ours. But no, we gotta go with Overseer. Local stewards and also know for their extra tax depots put into to improve the success chance. The inspection success chance can never be higher than 95. Keep that well in mind. So, force might be dangerous on the way. But I'm not spending any more gold. Some of that's going to be used over there. At least Sonoro's not a dangerous place to be. And we're bringing everybody along with us. But do not worry, you still have your bodyguards. And everyone that comes with you. So, come on. It's time to take matters in my own hands. I will personally oversee the workings of Salerno. I shall count every sheep, every fortification, every sword, and every sack of grain. My realm will be most managed there is. Let us ride. Can't wait. And after inspection, we're going to start saving our money to go on a hunt. Because I really want to increase my skill with the bow. Because I'm the ace archer. As I get up in the early morning, I cannot help letting out a loud yawn, stretching. I make my way out of the tent to see that people are already moving about. I notice Sawyer is heading off with what looks like a makeshift fishing rod at all the noise and bustle of the camp. Where are you off to? I ask her. She responds with a nonchalant shrug. It's a nice day for fishing. I got no stress, so I'll say, get back on your horse, or we have places to be. 3 days progress. As we trek through Garden, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by tall grass. I proceed toward a commotion only to find Xenophon and Christopher having an irate row. Come on, Christopher. I'm trying to pass time. Shouldn't you get to know each other a bit? Xenophon exclaims. The somber look at us. Christopher shakes with discomfort, seemingly ready to bolt back to Bari. Come now, surely two can make amends. 84% chances I convinced these two to settle their differences, thus increasing my diplomacy lifestyle experience and prestige, and be the entourage mediator. 50% chance that they're unable to settle differences, and one of them leaves. There you go. It is nightfall, and a man is hard at work when we arrive at the cereal field south of Voltaire. He appears to be flattening crops at a rapid pace, using a large, flat piece of wood and heavy stones. I frown as I watch the man performing his labor, then inquires to what exactly he is up to. He winces and then starts on a long rant about how we all need to wake up and meet our true masters instead of hiding behind false Christian teachings. Dick steps back in surprise. Alright. As we manage to get through the dangerous path, we decide to rest for the night. I walk around the cabin. Suddenly, strange feelings that someone missing bothers me. I ask around, everyone agrees on one thing. They don't remember seeing Azanet all day. That is worrisome. She's still just a child. What if she got lost somewhere in the plains along the way? She was probably lonely and, more importantly, starving. I'll find her myself. Found her and brought her back. Goodness. Nothing. Try again. What a great misfortune. We were riding on the road and when Igna's horse collapsed underneath his legs, dropping dead. Curses upon curses, he hissed, as we all gathered around the horse's corpse, wondering what to do with it. This horse had been showing signs of exhaustion for a few days now, but it didn't seem that bad. Now we know better. Thankfully, there's a town not too far away. I could get a new horse for Higley here, or get one of the donkeys carrying supplies and redistribute the loads around if I'm a bit pressed for time. We're only 7 days till... No, he can ride a spare donkey. It's an unjust thing to do, but money's going to this thing. Have we seen that massive tree before? I swear we're going in circles, my caravan master Azanet shouts. You're not a caravan master, what are you talking about? Perhaps she is right. We see no sign of getting out of this forest in ours. Are we still even in Adela? A dense tree cover makes it impossible to tell the time of day or even the direction we're heading. At this rate, we'll never make it to Salerno. I know exactly where we are. 99% chance of danger experience gain, but 25% chance. No, 25 prestige. Excuse me. Under the moonlit light of Buxino, I overhear an intimate chat between my master of the hunt, Esbjorn, and my Faris and Raditza. Oh, Esbjorn, my virtuous stallion, you make these starlit nights unforgettable, confessed Raditza, voice trembling. Esbjorn responds, I never expected to find someone who understands as well. It would seem as if love is blossoming in my entourage. Aren't you married? Yes, I arranged that. And so the same, but he's still on. Well, yeah, he's with us. So I'll say such tenderness. I'll leave him to it. It's none of my business. They're lowborn. Well, actually, he's notable. She's a lowborn. It's none of my business because I have other priorities. Brooke, get out of this blasted forest. Get us to Salerno. As I arrive in Salerno, I'm brought to study. A group of servants attend to all my needs and fuss me around for a while until I ask them to leave. How am I meant to focus on my task at hand if they keep running around the room? With them out of the way, I can finally start working on my plans, which is to... You see, the problem around here is control, and in turn, it makes more taxes. So we need to improve the bureaucracy here in Salerno. Currently, the initial chance is 67%, which is due to Overseer Tent, my skills in learning, diplomacy, and intrigue, and as well as county control. If it's lowered, then it's good. And it's in the borderlands area. It's next to other neighboring entities like Benevento and Amalfi. So this inspection will be the attempt to improve either tax, development, and control, or all. We're only here for 60 days. Thanks for the taxes, success chance gained marginally. We lost a physician. Died on pneumonia. Huh. I guess she could be good for something. She'll be my bodyguard. And whatever they do on their affairs, it's none of my business. Only my wives are the more qualified physicians. But for now, I'll say that's it. What was that? Bad harvest. Survey the local farmlands of Salerno. Sawdan has started seeing signs of a bad harvest to come, so success chance just decreased marginally. Expanding the town walls. I find myself yet again in conversation with some of the locals about how I should prioritize restructuring of Salerno. Move and rebuild the old town walls, my liege. Captain Abaslov of the local garrison says a wink. Think of how much more space we would have for a new residential district. No. The old merchant district is in dire need of a touch-up. And if the representative of the local guilds cuts their conversations, imagine how much more lively the town will be with an active merchant district. Now you ask me to decide. $30 gold for either, so... What's the development of Salerno versus Bari? 13. And over in Bari, 10. Salerno's more developed. And will continue to grow for some time thanks to all of its good benefits. Oh, and lastly, for Salerno, again. He already has all the buildings built. So I'll say the merchants have the right of it, vested in guilds. So the local guild sees a small boon in their fortunes after a small fortune was allocated to the upkeep of the merchant district. So the modifiers increase to more buildings in the barony. So development growth is plus 12, and it will increase for every building. And same for development growth down there, monthly, for the next 10 years. Don't forget that that's also home of the university there. I have another son. Hopefully not be born sickly. Think of a name. Think, think, think. Because the name selection is huge. Very simple. Tiberius, I mean, you know, there was a Roman emperor in the past named Tiberius, so Tiberius, yeah, that sounds like a heck of a name. Hold on, fishing district. I could scarce remember what my life was like before Kenwa declared her love to me. I am flattered, but also overwhelmed by her attentions. I find myself longing for some peace and quiet. Yet I cannot help worrying. Would I be throwing my only prospect of true love? This cannot be right, can it? So you're doing it out of love, huh? So, why not? I'm yours, Kenwa, now and forever. Fishing dispute. As in that, 12 ended up in a dispute between a local fishermen's guild and a noble in Salerno, arguing over fishing rights. Well, she is just, she is right. I don't know what you're talking about. You got 37 days to improve it or else. I am out riding when my horse suddenly throws itself off the path. The fall is unavoidable and knocks the air out of my lungs. When I look up, I find myself face to face with a stag. Before I get a chance to scream, the beast collapses, narrow between its eyes. Sawdan, my pato, thought I lost you. My hero is none other than a mere Kenwa. I need you, my love, right here, right now. So she'll be my soulmate as I will lay with her. So we found true love after she rescued me from a wolf. Stag. Correct. Now, after thoroughly scrutinizing all the documents that I could find, I managed to wrestle out some of the extra budget I can allocate to alleviate some of the local infrastructure issues troubling the county. I only need to figure out which section of the bureaucracy is in most need of extra aid. Well, I'm a man of stewardship, so likely the first option. Oh, actually, think. Improved tax, improved development, improved control. Oh, that's tempting. Improved control reward if the inspection is successful, and that's the reason why I came here in the first place. Improve the control. So, going for that option. 25% chance that chance of success increases while improving the control for the next 10 years. Yeah. 48% chance of success chance decreases slightly while adjusting the control. 25% chance that it decreases slightly. Here for control. So the local garrison's been struggling as of late. Troublesome mercenaries. But, however, we had a successful reallocation. Sawdan has successfully found and reallocated the money to improving upon the infrastructure bureaucracy here in Salerno. So, we got the best option. Improved control for the next 10 years. Dealt with mercenaries. It's a rickety bridge. And also, there was a rickety bridge. Aliamas almost fell into the water due to an old, dilapidated bridge, which is now in dire need of repair and maintenance. So success increases marginally, while the control level has changed 5+5. Every little bit of improvement helps. More tax, more levies coming from Salerno. Little bit. Uh-oh. Rubil Sako, the Assyrian, has gotten into arguments with a local noble in Salerno. Despite the many problems and issues I had faced here in Salerno, I feel like have started getting a good understanding of how to get my way around here. The landholders, the local guilds, they are starting to accept my way of doing things. Now I just need to stake out a path for the future of this county and find the right people to lead it there. Hopefully, these are the last of my challenges here, as success chance increases once more, with a big increase. Popular among the locals. Raditz has received a gift of the Sinistery of Eboli, so she gained 5 gold out of that. Thank you. Remember, can't go higher than 95. Asbion 2, also popular. I mean, these two are a bit of an item, even though they're both married, because I made it so. It looked impossible at first, but I somehow managed to find a way to start putting things right in Salerno. Ending some of the local corruption and bandits is only a first step in the right direction. It is crucial for the county's future. Now we just need to ensure to stay on the right path for the foreseeable future. As planned. 45 legitimacy, even though it's at the max. Salerno gets inspected taxes for 15 years. Local taxes seen a recent upswing. While for here, development growth increases by 25. Control goes up more for the next 15 years, and the control level just decreased. It changed by 10. Journey's been giving me a great chance to see more of my realm, but I can only stay for so long. My job here is done. It's time to return home. Way to go! Better than it was, but it will take 9 years to get full control, but faster once the increased autonomy expires in 5 years. But every little bit helps to get more tax and levies. The procession's ground to halt, the stone's throw away from you. Look to see my courtier Nancy. Dismounted and intently staring at the ground. The other entourage members gather around. Looks up, my lord, there's an ant path here. Maybe a tad superstitious, but you never cross an ant path. She pauses. My great-grandfather did, and he never returned home. Nonsense, I'll take over as guide. See? Told you. A pleasant stroll at the Atella forest makes me really appreciate the landscape around us. The luminous green, as saturated as the Duchess dress made of the finest fabric, rays of sun filtered through the canopy of liquid echo. A vibrant smell, perhaps a campfire. Turn around the charge and observe the caravan master's old slur face. Fire! He screams, pointing at the not-so-distant place where Aznet's been trapped. Not my daughter! Asbion, the mighty Norseman, you ghost him. 43% chance he gets a weak hook on him. 56% chance manages to rescue Aznet with great difficulty, which he gets wounded. No chance of death here. Rescued with great difficulty. Alright. Under the starlit sky of Volterra, camp is treated to an unexpected performance. Makara Masota surprises everyone with a soulful melody, his voice echoing praise for my wife Taza. Taza is descended, visibly flustered, as song as the sound of acknowledgement passes between them. Zoto, the world should hear you sing and play. You got talent. Ah, this. You ate it. This road has grown incredibly hilly the past few hours, and everyone's beginning to worry. After a while longer, with no ends of hill in sight, one of the Charlie commands Zoltan first, who says, "My lord, our mounts cannot carry on like this much longer. The poor animals need a break, or I fear they'll collapse. We must stop to rest. He knows full well this will delay our journey back home." No. Press onward. We're almost there. Yes. Please. Now remember, I said I wanted to go hunting because of getting that bow skill all the way up to 100, which would give me an additional small health boost, and it reduces the army gold maintenance, which would be very good. Just wanted to be as healthy as possible, so I could be around for all of my children. For them to be adults. Well, look at you. As we return home to Bari, already you have learned to open terrain expert. So yes, young Tiberius, who's only 2 months old. Yes, just turned 2 months old. He already knows the planes around him and how to use it to his advantage. But remember, he's the heir of Salerno. So yes, that means in future the realm will be split into 3 parts, depending on client succession of how it looks. And remember, he was born in Salerno, I think. Yes, we were in Salerno doing his thing out there. So yeah, that makes sense. A child is born in Salerno, and Salerno is where he will rule in future, which will be a stable realm by then. Oh, and by the way, is it still around? Yes. Okay, good. Not until 893, because at some point we need to get something from these blacksmiths. Let's go hunting, even though there's no animal sightings. I'm not interested in bird. Stigliano is going to be the hunting place. Use flushing gangs. Master, hunt, bodyguard, personal physician, spouses, friends, lovers, and hunters join. I forgot you're still around. Just realized that. But I don't think prestige is much big a deal. I became illustrious. It just gives me the ability to do all that. So reduce that. Just bring the ones that are dear to me. Close family, lovers, soulmates. Just want to bring other people who may potentially, who may have hunting skills and prowess, just to give us a chance of success of whatever we find out there. I just simply wanted to hunt for the sake of hunting, even though there are no animal sightings lately. So we'll go. And then after the hunt, start building buildings. Here and there and there. Because it's time for you to start behaving like an architect after this hunt. So I'll be hosting a hunt in Stigliano. The time for us to come to depart. No doubt we'll soon be returning home, covered in glory. It's true, there's nothing but a good old-fashioned hunt. But you know, you're never too old to hunt. But I just want to improve my bow skill, whether if I achieve it bringing down the animal out there or not. As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, my servants can get started on preparations. The gamekeepers check the woodlands every day for signs of quarry while establishing a camp close to the hunting grounds. I checked my gear and horse many times. Won't be long now. Igme assembles the party and the sun rises over the camp in the forest near Stigliano. My many gamekeepers and huts were pouring over the air with toxic fumes. A stout buck is definitely near. Attica, this could be hardly be better for hunting him. This ought to be good fun, as he grins. Well, let's get out there. Let's go find this here stag. Again, chance of failure, but I still want to improve the bow skill. Poachers, here in the Emir's forest. They huddle together as I rattle my guards, making a poor job of hiding a dead stag behind them. We did not do this. Please have mercy, glorious Emir. The blades and bows belly their words. Since I have high stewardship, I'll say the animal is mine, along with their fines for their lives. Well, 75% chance that local magistrates acquiesce, giving the money, prestige, and success chance increases slightly. 25% chance of a popular outrage, which would decrease greatly, and there would be a poaching outrage. So that would make that place prone to possible peasant revolt. But they acquiesced. Thank you. We follow our quarry into the woodland, slowly but surely gaining on the flighty stag. Suddenly it spooks, bounding away in other directions. I move to see what scared it. I get scared just with my eyes. Asbjorn entangled on the ground in a passionate embrace. This Serbian bodyguard of mine. I know. Look, it's no secret to me of who I know you're into. You're not talking about her. I mean, I know who your lover is, but I ain't saying nothing. And plus, I believe this is the first time that I've seen her face when she's not in armor, and she's already pregnant. Again, I brought that man over here for his skill. What? Whose fault is that in being lustful? That man. I'll just say, get up, I feel the beast nearby. Normally I would just back away, but knowing who I know he's in, who he's, doing his business with, again, I know who it is, but I ain't telling nobody. Get up. At least give me a chance. Yeah, it's unjust, but it's just more interesting. My Mufti Al-Yam was the first to spot its branching antlers. The flighty buck is hard to distinguish. There's no doubt. Observing us through the dense undergrowth. It locks eyes with me, almost as though the animal senses my intent. Suddenly takes on a flash of brown fur. This way, we headed off. Huntsman, bring it towards our bow line. Use the bow. I don't want to take the perilous route, because I don't have the prowess for that. The forest is truly the mecca of the poor. But as the stag flees the panic from foraging, peasants, I feel my patience is wearing thin. Surely there must be better things to do in Stagliano today than picking roots and mushrooms. Generous donations should keep them away long enough. Helps the development and keeps the popular opinion up. And plus, it's a Islamic thing to do. Generosity. We watch the stag from our concealed bow line, tense with anticipation as the flushes, cries, and baying hounds go louder. The brown buck suddenly leaps in the clearing ahead, antlers filling, bounding straight towards us in terror. Well, 57% chance of being shot, 10% chance to wound someone, 34% chance he escapes. Or just play it safe and just shoot him down. That would be the Craven option. Or as I call, he's the one that started first, but he'll likely screw it up. But I'll give it a chance. Hold, he's mine. I carefully take aim as the stag bounds towards us, hooves pounding the dirt. The arrow strikes true, straight in the beast's heart. That's how you do it. Aha! Although it's a small trade experience, but every little bit helps. That got him. My first hunt, and I actually brought down an animal. Hunts like these are pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. There's nothing quite like the thrill of bringing down a mighty beast. Christopher Marapas directs to break it up, clumsily skinning the carcass before letting the game masters take over. The place your dogs share the spoils on a stretched hide before departing for camp and home. I gain additional bow trade experience along with horse and a topher hunt. And it does increase legitimacy. So yeah, we got that stag. It's an inventory artifact. Which would make members of the dynasty, respect me a little more. And apparently the locals are happy at the fact that the stag was a dangerous one. Because the minds of the local pirates are eased by the knowledge there's one fear of terror roaming in the wilds. Lost 85 stress due to being gregarious. It's because of all the guests I brought in, I assume. I'll keep it a mental. What luck! Because again, normally I would go for the replace it. Normally I would go for the option to chase after, bring your spear. But no, I'm a bowman. I've always been one with a bow. And that would likely continue all the way. So as we know, it's not going to be until 8 years' time that we'll hold at least one more tournament to do another archery. And it'll be another 5 years till we get a hunt. And we can do inspection again in 18 months. Basically, it takes 2 years to do inspections. Yeah, it says it. We went home, but right before we went home, yes, this. It's just a bit of mold. Okay. So even if you are stoic and have the Crusader of the box, you do have ill health. Plus you're elderly, so you can't afford to get sick. And you made it worse. I think I'll recover. I may have made a mistake. Could this be my own end? That modifier. It's moderate. Oh gods, what have I done? I'm an idiot. Actually it would say near death, so that way you'll know when you're drunk. So, don't worry, you'll recover. This is the only time. Recital. Get me a proper physician. No. Support the medical school. Because it does give you a bit of disease resistance. So, Yeah, there's a 30% chance you may receive either positive modifiers and artifacts and improved skills for your position, or a new one if you don't have it. And since I'm the owner of Salerno, chances of further bonuses are increased. As we remember, the medical school in Salerno is one of the most famed institutes for teaching and learning of medicine in the region. By supporting this school, I'm not only furthering its mission to disseminate medical knowledge and train skilled physicians, I'm also improving my own reputation as a patron of education and the medical profession. Oh, look at that improvement. Used to be 4, but now it's 8. Very good. One more chance. Get me a new physician. My daughter Azanet and her little friend Jamila is taking a copy of the Quran from the study and brought it to the playroom. As I tried to read it, we quickly realized that the words therein were best left for the imams. She seems completely content with her inability to understand the deeper meaning of the book. Be content in not knowing, I say, because some may be beyond you. As a stomach might be beyond you. So I hope supporting that medical school would probably save my life. Excellent. Come on in. Help me! Reach the maximum for Greek. Sicilian princeps. That's what they now call me. Like, not just Sicilian signore, but Sicilian princeps. So we should probably start cooperating with the Latin world a bit more in its future. As I said, I think we should build militia camps here, as you have a habit of building. I've been not yet. You just build it, but you have a habit of holding archery contests here. So that would make the most sense to me. But please save your money. I'm not sure if I'm going to recover. As my Eugenios grows up, it becomes apparent to everyone that my child is loyal. Interesting development. Good to know. You too is a open terrain expert. Future reference. No longer my bodyguard. Childbirth, isn't it? What are the odds? And whose child is it? So, I mean, obviously it was going to go to his dynasty, you know, but Serbian Orthodox. So perhaps it is the legitimate child of him and not by, you know, the other guy. Shit, I lost a warrior woman. I became aware today that Christopher, my wazir, is planning to host a meeting with my foreign neighbors to discuss matters of political and diplomatic interest. As he's already probed everyone attending, I'm left with the option of funding the meeting or facing a loss of prestige if I balk at this possibility. I just feel a bit aggrieved regarding my wazir's behavior. I need to make a decision now. Oh! Let the wazir organize the meeting then. So I sent the wazir to welcome everyone and deliver the speech. By doing so, I could reap or lose some prestige, depending on the ability success depends on his diplomatic skill, or whether he's shrewd or dull, or whether he lacks education diplomacy. He's got diplomacy. I don't know if shyness is going to be a factor, but let him do it. Damn it! I was going to spend money on something else. Court Rubil approached me for the urgently signals. Speak to me properly. What do we want? I had to warn you, whispers to Rubil, nervously looking at Lightfall. I'm convinced that Abba communes with the evil spirits that works to curse your man. Abba covers his tracks well. I'm not sure he's the only one who could see right through the lies. I should run. He may have animal spies watching us at this very moment. This is a serious allegation, must be examined. He's not a mystic. We often see Jewish mystics, but no, he's a regular one. Gather evidence, though. Appraised of the accusation against Abba, as beyond vengeance, never felt quite right in his presence. So I reckon it's how he seems to know everything, or at least much more than I do. And I try to show his up that I'm not silly, but then that's sin of pride. I think Abba's trying to keep me from heaven on purpose. Guilty? For him. From Aliamas. There's some merit to the claim I fear. I've known Abba to be religious in his own way, but now I must reconsider. He's never embraced our faith after all. Perhaps we've been fools. Abba does pray, with fervor, but to whom or what? Guilty? And now, against Miss Stewart and vassal. Mayhap there is truth to the story. Abba is not a true Siculo-Arabic, but rather a foreigner, reared by foreign folks with their own strange beliefs. And we guess that Abba could be reminding us, now that I recall that he was up north recently, quite near, in fact, to where the score of cattle died of dire convulsions. Can we really trust anyone but Doron? They say he was renowned in scholarly circles. Guilty? I summon Abba to the throne where rendered judgment in front of the whole court. Abba, you've been accused by Rubil of conspiring with the evil spirits to ruin this realm and damn the souls of those who reside therein. This is a most serious claim, and I have consulted widely to discover the truth. There is compelling testimony against you, yet I must also consider the risk of this. I figured out a way to screw him over because I can't deny his skills, and I need that because of, my condition. So I'll say, in doubt, I exile you from my court. Okay. Now come back here! Damn it! I have to pay your travel expenses. Giving you more money. Putting me in further debt. Because I need you for your skills. This is silly. It was all a misunderstanding. Get that man out of there. Go back to where you're originally from. You raise her. Indigenious. You too. Yes, I'm in debt, but it's only for a couple months. Question is, will I recover? Meeting with foreign neighbors was a diplomatic coup for me. My wazir was able to deliver an inspired speech, and a lot of common ground was found among everyone. Some important deals were reached, and I stand to profit from the insights gained in terms of diplomacy and strategic thinking. All in all, major success. Great! Because, besides the displayed consequences, every top foreign independent neighbor of yours will increase the opinion about you. So, gained successful regional meeting. +2 diplomacy, martial, in Domain Texas up. making even more fortune. He's still in and around Laconia. Wonder if there's a way to try to... Now you can't tell an adventurer to come over to your land and make whatever they do here. You can't do that. As I take notice, performances have come into his potential on the council or among vassals' meetings. I sense he's ever more influential in decisions being made and the advice being given to me. It's no wonder this political mastery proves contributes his long-standing influence at large. Talented one. He's a cunning politician now. You'll be fine. I'm not. I'm uncertain about my future. As I woke this morning, observed the first ray of sunshine, it took me a moment to realize I slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I don't know, wake up coughing once. It's been a long road back to health, and I find myself in its warm embrace once more. I'm glad to be well again. All the more reasons why I gotta do more archery. Let's not waste any more time. Go find some other secrets. Well, how about in Vrashka? So let's start making some fortune again. Unless we want to go on another inspection towards Salerno. All the way till the end of the century. Oh, the Greeks are at it again. But don't worry, we have a seneschal. Yes, a good seneschal, unless we have an excellent one ready to replace him. No. That means I gotta start making deals with the Greek stronghold again. Try again. $57 and I'm still feeling fine. While numerous attempts to curry my favor not gone unnoticed, but I could not feel but irritated by Alexis' sudden interest in me. If anything, his obsessive desire to impress me and his blundering displays of fabricated affection have only made me dislike him more. Well, I'm gregarious, so I'll say, but he still has a certain charm. You got architectural expertise. That reminds me. Build a militia camp here. Because for a while I want to improve the military and the economy around here. And we haven't been doing much of that, have we? And build structures that benefit Salerno, like hill farms. And this area should have a barracks that I can envision in the future. Akbar, son of wolves, was executed at a populist uprising. That's down in Sicily. I'll investigate it myself. No proof of infidelity. Why didn't you tell me you were having a rebellion? And it seems, you're doing well to yourself, except for the Sicilian orthodoxy. Can I help you with that? Yeah, no. You need to be allied with them. Which there are ways to ally. He's got children, so do we. Oh boy. He's one of those. I'm surprised they're still in revolt this whole time. Peasant uprising. Where? Oh, over there. Yeah, hunting grounds should be built there in future, because that area there is going to be a favorite place to hunt. We're just abiding time until 892 to restart the struggle. I almost brought my son Mukhtar to the market today. Mukhtar was to hand out alms to the poor and needy, to learn about charity and the ruler's plight to the less fortunate. He refused to give a single coin to anyone, he exclaims. Everyone we met were either undeserving or beneath him. In the end, he kept the gold. Are you greedy? Oh, no, arrogant. No, no, no. You must care for the poor. Generosity is an Islamic virtue. Neighbor. Benevento and what? You don't have the money to usurp that title off of you? But we still have relatively friendly relations. I mean, you can go inspection again, but you can't do it at Salerno. That's already done recently, but you can go to Potenza, which, of course, that's still in trouble. And inspections cannot be hosted in the capital, obviously. What is happening over there? What are you doing? Uncooperative guilds. Increased autonomy. You let the peasants win over you? How could you? Where are you going? Ah, pilgrimage to Santiago. That is a long way. Damn it, do I have to do everything myself? I may have to do inspection over in Potenza because that man over there is not present. And I told him to govern that area, but he ain't governing. He's on a pilgrimage. It's a lawless frontier out there. I mean, the first time when we did the inspection, you did very well. I wouldn't mind doing another. The skies are always potentially full of danger. Even more so when went out sea. The plump, rotund man tells me. One must already be for the worst if sailing a ship. I'm visiting some nearby merchants to discuss matters pertaining to local trade and business. Struck a conversation with one after our meeting, despite his obese appearance. He seems to be rather worldly and wise, as he has apparently traveled quite a lot. As a young man, back when my body was more robust and strapping, he continues to sigh, I once served as an assistant to another merchant. and we were sailing the open seas when we got caught in the most violent tempest. My dear mentor perished. I was the only one to survive that wreck. I just inquire as he tells more anecdotes from his life. Heard of a sea merchant's personal anecdote. Good to know. The cries of fighting men, the splatter of red blood, clashing of weapons everywhere. I scream and shout in my dream, unaware of my surroundings, of who is my friend and who is my enemy, swinging my sword without regard, lost in my battle rage and hellish terror that is battle. Die! Die! Clearly has PTSD. He's seen and experienced a lot of things in his life. Again, I'm willing to get one more perk and then go for medicine focus. I want to live a few more years now. Because that illness almost took him down. So let's wait for one more tax income and we'll begin the inspection of Potenza. Coils of Salerno. Listen, by this time, they're going to be gone, so it will not matter. Right. Let's begin the inspection to try to improve the taxation and, among other things, in Potenza. Trial will be shorter this time. Bring everybody along. The whole family. And look at you. Next year, you're going to be 16 and you're going to be marrying the man who is going to be the heir of Amalfi. Ah, if only it was matrilineal and the land to be inherited there. Alright, let's go. While walking through the streets of Corato, we see a throng of little peasant kids gather around an old man down a small side street. Several are waving around little misshaped wooden swords and yelling excitedly as they're trying to hit him. Who would be impressed by footwork like that, eh? He turns to us after teasing one of the kids and remarks of very green. You want to join us, well, my lord? I think you might be a bit older than my usual group. What do you think? No, I could lose the duel, but he helps me improve. As if I really need it, because I ain't great like I used to. Plus, money's about to be spent elsewhere, so I'll say, sure, I'll give it a go. I'll lose the duel, but he helps me improve. That stupid fool who I put down to put him there to inspect. He is currently in Nigrilos. Is he still on his way to the pilgrimage to Santiago? Now, again, I'm here to improve the bureaucracy. Because I'm a man of stewardship and I know a lot about bureaucracy. Hostile nobles. Local festival. Took part in a small festival and impressed the peasants and nobles taking part. Going through the taxes received whilst the Potenza has been out of this rule, I noticed a clear discrepancy between what I was owed and what was given, even though he should have packed up upon it. The faulty numbers were added before they made to his desk in the first place. Irrelevant of who exactly is at fault, it's clear someone needs to pay. The locals have already paid their due, but they're easier to squeeze than the ones responsible for these mistakes. These two options are unjust, but this will. The nobles will pay their due one way or another. I'll make an example out of those responsible so the rest knows what is at stake. So, lessons to be learned here. for not taking your responsibility. You suffer from pneumonia. You have no children, so if you die, I'm gonna take this land back and give it to someone who is worth it. So, enforced punishment. So vassals will not like me as much. Popular among the locals. Hostile nobles, she did it. I'd thoroughly scrutinize all the dogs I could find and manage to rest some of the extra budget I could relocate to alleviate some local infrastructures that are troubling the county. All I need to figure out which section of bureaucracy is in most need of some extra aid. Look, Salerno is a better place to try to get control over, because that's more important. Here, Potenza in this forested area, though not as developed, but it can be a bit troublesome. Look, Garrus has been struggling as late. I'll try to improve the control. At least put some effort to it. What happened? Corrupt bureaucracy. Despite his any attempts, unable to end the corrupt bureaucracy. Ah, damn it. Guess I got the bad option. But control levels still increased regardless. Out here, find yourself some poachers, are you? A ragged-looking hunter yells at us as we approach a small camp during one of my surveys on the hinterlands of Potenza. Plenty to be found, if it ain't real royal land here in Potenza. It's every man for himself. Well, no, it's no control. If you want to stake your claim on these lands, you need someone who can show up in your name regularly. If you know what I mean. He continues to wink before he bites a chunk of the grilled meat. A group can show everyone here that the land really belongs to me. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Well. We don't do hiking because we don't have that perk. Slightly increase. You don't have to spend that much, it's pretty cheap. We shall hire some guards who can patrol the hinterlands. Big gain. Tax evasion. Damn it. And hostile nobles again. Looked impossible at first. I managed to find a way to start putting things right to Potenza. Ending some local corruption and bandits. Well, not all. So, we did get it. Increased tax. Control level has increased. But, overall, it's a success. But, it would be in vain. Unless you put some real effort. And next time, the next place I'm going to inspect is there. The echoing call of horns fills the air as we traverse the hills near Asorenza. The hill forts resound with the sound of call to arms that sound through generations. Mere seconds after first morning, a throng of garrisoned Longobards and warriors emerged from a close fortification, challenging a group of terrified highwaymen and bandits. Oh, hell. Think. I don't need the prestige, but I do need the money. So let's say we'll wait. Then we pick the bodies clean. 50% chance that Barakat is killed by Farah Arte. And the other 50% chance is that the bandits win. Which Farah, who's this man here, will win. 20 gold or 15 gold. Bandits win. Make sure to provide for us. Yeah, don't do that again. Build the hunting grounds here. Take Carico, or either that or Texil or Stegliano is the hunting grounds favored. And then we save the money to build the hillside fields there. On a visit to the village of my realm in Salerno, I am talking with a guardsman stationed there. He looks around, eyes fearful as he tells me, if you have to travel in these parts, by God, stay on the roads. The wilderness just isn't safe anymore. We've had sightings, you see. The demons. Oh, crud. Just when Salerno was going to the right direction of getting itself back control, but now there's demon sightings. Perhaps he should increase patrols and bring in holy men from elsewhere, Christian and Muslim alike. So this will decrease it, because leaving it as it is, this would be 12 years' time, and it will not be good. But reduce it to 6 years. Basically, the rest of my reign is I'm still in fine health, because I could tell the heart is still green on that symbol. So I'll spend 50 gold just to increase the patrols there. 10 years. Just 2 more years. 2 more years. Is he coming back? Oh no, he's here. No, he's in Santiago, so he's made it. Though suffered from pneumonia, but he endured. Now he's on his way back. See if he survives. I want to hear anything about him. Ah yes, mystical. Yes. We'll end this episode soon. I'm just waiting for monetary gain for me to spend it on hillside fields over in Policastro. I'm just building buildings because back then, when the struggle was around, when you build castle buildings, it actually goes towards periphery. So I'm taking advantage of this. So, unfortunately, we can't afford development growth more in Policastro. Sorry, we just spent it on building hill fields. You got till 6 years. If I'm going to be around for 6 years, even though by the time 6 years is around, my prowess skill is going to be dirt poor. Unless I have to travel around Longobar territory and get hard training again. He has not usurped the title yet. What can we build in Masico? I kind of had an idea that we should build a barracks there. Again, we're not just improving the economy, but we're trying to improve the military as well. And knowing that realm's going to be partitioned, they're going to need some good land that they can get. Ah yes, my daughter. You grow up fast. Charismatic negotiator. The trouble is to be on it. Unless they say otherwise. You lost against the peasant uprising? You poor bastard. I never could get that. I never had the time to do the Estates of the Realm decision because I'm more focused on, you know, building buildings. Still have that modifier? Oh wait, I remember. It's permanent. Right. I remember. I'm thinking about breaking up with my wife and marrying another for more children. That is a melee tournament. A mock battle on horse and on foot between two teams vying for control, contest the field, and capture opposing combatants for ransom. That's over in Crete. I recall that Crete was held by Muslims. Well, technically they're still around. Are they not? Oh yeah, they're still around. It's just they're being reduced. Travel to Crete for a grand tournament. So I'm just looking, alright, of how it would look. Obviously experienced captains, and taking this option is the fastest way to go. To be held in Svakia. Oh, I know that place. I know that place. Because it's a reference I forgot up to. I fought battles there. It's World War II reference, obviously, but anyways. So I think we found something to do in the next episode, as we'll end it here. So in the next episode, despite my despite my lowered prowess these days, but I wouldn't say no to, you know, getting all that. It will not help me with the bow thing, but damn it, I wanted to do something. And finally, it appears that the Empire's at peace. And those Sicilian Orthodox rebels win. So they're all going to take part in the tournament, and I will too. I will be there. And in addition, about to pick up No Stone Unturned, and I will, in the next episode, switch to medicine focus, because I just want to be around as healthy as possible. Maybe perhaps get this, so whatever illness that tries to take me down, I'll try to fight it. I'll try to fight it. So, we hope you people have enjoyed this episode, as this is more of a realm building thing. Although this would largely be the case for the next one. Inspections will continue, buildings will be built until 892. Struggle is restarted. The frontier will be revitalized. But until then, so long for now.